Greetings, my beautiful lovelies. It's Emmy. How are you? It's great to see you and welcome back. Today's video is sponsored by Helix Sleep. Helix Sleep are the makers of premium mattresses and bedding that are customized to suit your needs and conveniently delivered right to your doorstep. We've had our Helix Sleep mattress for several years now and we are getting fabulous sleep. We found our perfect mattress match by taking the Helix Sleep quiz, which takes all the hassle out of finding the perfect mattress for your needs. I entered my sleeping preferences. For example, I am a side sleeper, I prefer a firmer style mattress, and I share my bed with my spouse, who also took the quiz, and the sleep quiz took both of our responses to come up with the perfect compromise in the Helix Sleep Dusk Luxe. We absolutely love it. We are getting terrific sleep. Our backs feel supported. We wake up well rested. And if you compare it to our old mattress, well, it is a huge improvement. It is squishy on top, supportive underneath, and when either of us moves, the other one doesn't know about it. All Helix Sleep mattresses come with a 120-night sleep trial to make sure you love it. If you live in the US, shipping is free, and all Helix Sleep mattresses have a limited lifetime warranty. Now, while we love our Helix Sleep mattress, Helix recently sent us their Comfort Adjust cooling pillows, which we love, especially on these hot summer nights. They are covered with a Glacio-Tex fabric, which is heat conductive, so they're nice and cool against your head. And what I really like is that they're adjustable. You can adjust both the height and the firmness with the Comfort Adjust cooling pillows. Most pillows are one size fit all, but your body is not. So why not invest in a pillow that you can adjust over time for your body? So we're still in the midst of summer here and the nights are hot. So it's a great time to consider upgrading your mattress to a mattress that can keep you cool. So we're still in the midst of summer here and the nights are hot. It is a perfect time to consider an upgrade. So you can click the link down below or scan the QR code above or go to helixsleep.com/emmymade and take advantage of Helix Sleep's Labor Day sale. It's up to 30% off select mattresses. Big thanks to Helix Sleep for sponsoring this video and for their continued support so I can make better videos for all of you. Alright, my lovelies, today we're going to be making biscuits. Now, I have attacked biscuits many times on this channel. I'll put links to some of those videos down below, but never have I ever made butter swim biscuits. What a name. So these biscuits are going to be swimming in butter and therefore absorbing all of this butter. It looks absolutely delectable. So I've had this recipe bookmarked in my collection of recipes for quite a while now, but recently was inspired by Drew Cooks, who made two versions of this biscuit recipe, a cinnamon one and the regular biscuit version that I said, finally, I should make this because now there are two reasons why I should make butter swim biscuits. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to make the standard one and we're going to be making the cinnamon version, kind of cinnamon roll desserty version because. So let's go ahead and get started. So I am adapting this recipe slightly because I'm going to be using self-rising flour. I recently took a trip with my spouse to the Berkshires, which is absolutely beautiful, and randomly I found White Lily self-rising flour, which I never see around here. So whenever I see it, I purchase a bag. So I cut it and I put it in my container here. So that will save us a step. If you don't have self-rising flour, it's totally okay. You can use all-purpose flour. So we're going to be using 2.5 cups for both of these recipes. So you would use 2.5 cups of regular all-purpose flour, and you would use 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Add that to your recipe, along with a tablespoon of sugar and 2 teaspoons of salt. Now, when I say biscuits, I'm saying an American style biscuit. I know in other parts of the world, biscuits means what we would call in the US, cookies. We're not making cookies, we're making a bread that's going to be leavened with baking powder. It's more similar to a British scone. So in our standard one, we're going to put a tablespoon of sugar, regular, old granulated. We need 2 cups of buttermilk, but I forgot to shake it. Okay. Buttermilk is soured milk, and traditionally this was the leftover milk from the butter making process. That's why it's called buttermilk. Before I add the wet to that, let's continue with the cinnamon version because this one is going to contain some sugar as well. We've got 1/4 cup of brown sugar, again 2.5 cups of self-rising flour or AP flour plus baking powder plus salt, good amount of cinnamon, got a tablespoon and a half of cinnamon. My favorite cinnamon. I've got it in bulk and I keep it in the freezer. Boom, love that stuff. Instead of buttermilk, we're going to use heavy cream. Same amount, 2 cups, plus a good bloop of vanilla for the sweet version, right? So 1 cup of cream. Is that 2? Yes, 2 cups of cream. Okay, we're gonna whisk that, stir that up into a dough. And this is gonna be the cinnamon biscuit dough. I'm gonna use a wooden spatula instead. Smells divine, cinnamony, gorgeousness, and vanilla. So this is gonna be our little batter here. Beautiful. Next, we're gonna do the same thing for the original butter swims. So here's our flour, and now instead of cream, we're going to add buttermilk. Buttermilk is pretty traditional when it comes to biscuit making. And so that's it. We have 2 batters, essentially. Batter 1 and batter 2. I always like to double check my recipe. We have the flour, we have leavening, sugar, buttermilk, and the butter. Okay, so we've got 2 pans here. 2 8x8 baking pans, and I've melted 1 stick of butter. So this is a 1/2 cup of melted butter. This is why they're called Swim biscuits. And we're gonna add our batter to them. Okay, in goes the plain stuff into here. Push it into the corners. Okay, and then into this one, we're gonna add our cinnamon. It's already floofing up, so cool. Okay, so spread this one into the corners. So far, so very easy. So this looks looser than what I saw. And what they did was they scored it with a knife. Well, scored them into biscuit-like portions, but mine is so soupy. Did I F this up? I hope I didn't. But you're supposed to score it into 9 pieces. Oh, now, as you just heard, and I heard, my oven is preheated to 450 degrees, quite a hot oven. And we are going to bake these for about 25 to 30 minutes. So we'll probably split that difference and do 28. But if you're like me, I always check things early because you can always bake it longer, but you can't take the time away. So I'll start looking at these at about 25 minutes. I'll be back, hopefully with biscuits, I hope. Thank you. Okay, babies, see you in a little bit. Alrighty, lovelies, we're back. It's been 28 minutes since I placed my butter swim biscuits into the oven, and they baked up pretty nicely. Look, especially the cinnamon one. I was not convinced that that scoring would do anything, but bum bum, the scoring did do something. They're separated. Pah! And I checked it with a toothpick. Came out clean. I even took its internal temperature and it was above 200 degrees, which is usually the temperature for baked goods to be done. This is the regular one. The scoring did not work as successfully here, but there is some around the middle. At any rate, we can just cut them, right? So we're gonna let them cool for just a bit because we still need to make a frosting for the cinnamon version. I've got mostly melted 3 tablespoons of butter here. To that, we're gonna add a little splash of vanilla, like a teaspoon. We're gonna add 1.5 cups of powdered sugar. And I'm gonna do 1/2 cup at a time since we have 1.5 cups. So butter and vanilla. and the rest of the powdered sugar. And then we're gonna thin it down with some heavy cream. I think this is gonna be enough icing for me, actually. But let's just do the whole, we're gonna follow the directions. A little bit of heavy cream to thin it out. Some people like their icing really thick and other people like it thicker. So you do you. And now we can ice the biscuits. Ooh, we have plenty of icing. And as you can see, there's no butter to be seen because it's all been absorbed into the biscuits. There wasn't much sugar in the batter itself, so I think the icing is going to be pretty important in terms of giving these some sweetness. Oof. Finally, time to taste the Butter Swim biscuits. Let's cut the original one first, because this one I'm very curious about. Oh yeah. I'm cutting on my original score marks as best as possible. Look at that. Just piping hot. Great. Looks a bit like cornbread, no? Look how yellow it got. Beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. Gorge. Now, let's get a cinnamon one out, shall we? Yeah. Oh no. This one did not come out sweetly. What a mess. It is cooked though. Alrighty lovelies, moment of truth. Let's taste the OG one first. This is the Butter Swim biscuit. It looks beautiful. Nicely risen, yellow color, golden brown on top. It looks a little bit more like cornbread to me. I'm curious to see how flaky and airy it's gonna be, like a traditional biscuit. Let's see. The bottom is very buttery. Look at it's leaving a little oil slick, butter slick, see that? And it's wet. Wet, alrighty. Let's give it a taste. My first taste of Butter Swim biscuit. Itadakimasu. It's deliciously buttery. It is very buttery, but what's odd to me is the texture. It's a little bit chewy and bouncy, almost as if it was made with tapioca flour or something. See, it's like springy. And if you tear it, see how it kind of stretches a bit? It has an odd texture. The flavor is fantastic. Super buttery. Rich. Very moist, but kind of chewy. Not what I think of when I think of biscuit. A little bit greasy on the bottom too. All the oil on the bottom, all the butter on the bottom makes them feel kind of oily. Kind of puzzled by it. I don't know that I love it. Maybe because I'm thinking biscuit and these are called Butter Swim biscuits, I'm thinking biscuit, which I think of as airy and flaky, salty and buttery, but not sodden. These feel very wet and soaked, a bit like a soggy butter-soaked cornbread without the corny flavor. Delicious, but not what I'm looking for when I look for a biscuit. Alrighty, let's see how this one is. I hope it tastes better than it looks. What a mess. This is the cinnamon roll version. Okay, so at least we get a little bit of everything in this bite. Cinnamon Butter Swim biscuit. Itadakimasu. This tastes like a cinnamon cake, but it too has kind of a gummy texture. Not even airy and fluffy like a cake, and not at all like a biscuit. It's odd too. It tastes pretty good. The cinnamon flavor is fantastic. That cinnamon, I'm telling you. Very cinnamony, but odd. It's almost like a hybrid of desserts. I don't think I would make this one again. It's edible and not bad. It's just kind of disappointing. Yeah. Of the two, I actually prefer the original Butterspoon biscuit more. That one seems more biscuit-like. This one I just found, the cinnamon one I found to be disappointing. Anyways, there's my 2 cents. Aww. Womp womp. I thought that was going to be a winner for sure. At any rate, let me know down in the comments below if you have any tips or tricks or suggestions. If I went wrong, let me know down below. And thanks as always for watching, and big thanks to Helix Sleep for sponsoring this video. If you'd like to get a Helix Sleep mattress for yourself, you can click the link down below or scan the QR code above, or head over to helixsleep.com/emmymade and take advantage of their Labor Day sale. It's up to 30% off selected mattresses. Thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed that one. I hope you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media, like this video, subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one. Toodaloo, take care, bye! Once again, I must take the hair off the back of my neck so that I can cool off. You know, evaporation doesn't work as well when you're enshrouded with hair. Yeah. It's all right. I like hair. Hair's good.